usually, I just want to give you a quick recap, a quick overview as to everything that Kevin Feige announced at last week's Disney's investors meeting under the Marvel banner. So, jumping straight into the article here, let me jump into the web browser. There you go. All right, so the first thing that he talked about was WandaVision. WandaVision, we knew was coming. So it's nothing big, no big news here. But they did drop a brand new trailer, so we did kind of get to see some interesting things jump into the trailer. Then he jumps straight from WandaVision into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. A couple of interesting things here. One, obviously, we already knew that Elizabeth Olsen as the Scarlet Witch will be reprising her role in this film in the Multiverse of Madness. Kevin Feige just confirmed that, as well as the addition of, oh man, I'm going to butcher this name so hard. Jotil Gomez? Oh man. My apologies for that. She will be playing the character America Chavez, and I think that is pretty exciting. We'll jump into more of that later. Then they dropped a brand new trailer. When I say a brand new trailer, pretty much like a real trailer for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It looks awesome. It looks exciting. We'll jump into that in a minute. Then we briefly talked about Black Widow, the Eternals, and Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I think a lot of us were expecting for an announcement that these films were going to be dropped on Disney+. They didn't say anything about that, but they did announce that these films are coming out in theaters and that they are keeping their theatrical dates. Then we got a look at Loki, our first look at Loki, in this, I guess, kind of a teaser trailer. It seemed a little bit more than a teaser trailer, but it was in depth. It looks really cool, and it raises a lot of eyebrows. Speaking of raising eyebrows, we got our first look at What If, the animated series on Disney Plus from Marvel Studios, asking the question, what if Peggy Carter became Captain America instead of Steve Rogers? What if this alternate reality, blah, blah, blah? So we get to see, or rather in this clip, we got to see a series of what if scenarios from an animated perspective within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That looked pretty cool. Speaking of pretty cool, Ms. Marvel. We knew Iman Vellani had been cast in the role of Ms. Marvel and Kamala Khan, and that she also will be reprising her role in Captain Marvel 2. Pretty cool. We talked briefly, or rather he talked briefly about Hawkeye, confirming that yes, Kate Bishop is going to be in the movie and played by Haley Steinfeld. More on that in a minute. He also confirmed that Tatiana Maslany will be playing She-Hulk in the upcoming She-Hulk film. And even more than Tatiana Maslany, he dropped a little news bomb that Tim Roth will be coming back as Abomination in this television series. And then he also had something else to talk about that was, I think, relevant and interesting. We'll talk about that in a minute. He went on to compare Moon Knight, the upcoming Moon Knight series, to Indiana Jones. And then we start getting into the stuff that we had never heard of before, or rather that we had no confirmation, or we might be on the borderline here a little bit. Secret Invasion. We knew that there was a Nick Fury show coming down in the pipeline. It was confirmed that is going to be the Secret Invasion adaptation within the MCU, starring Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, as well as Ben Mendelsohn reprising his role as Talos, one of the Skrulls from the first Captain Marvel movie. We are also getting an Ironheart original series. I kind of lost my pants when that sounds wrong. I probably shouldn't phrase it like that. I lost my mind when they announced Ironheart. I've always been a big Ironheart fan, and I think that this is a really cool concept. Armor Wars is a comic I'm not familiar with, but it asks the questions: what happens when Tony Stark's tech falls into the wrong hands? This show will be starring War Machine, aka Don Cheadle, in the titular role. And he goes on to announce the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. You guys, like I said, there's so much stuff. So much stuff. We're not going to get into the deep minutia of everything, but they did announce the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, which will be filming at the same time that James Gunn is filming Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 later next year. He briefly talked about Blade. Going back to Guardians of the Galaxy, there's also going to be an I Am Groot short series featuring Baby Groot, kind of on a series of adventures there. So it's also going to be a separate project. Blade, he briefly announced Blade, not to say that there's any big announcements of it, just that it's still happening. It's still in the pipeline. It's still coming. And based on something he said, I have reason to believe that this will be a series and not a film. I could be mistaken, but that was my take. He went on to confirm that Christian Bale will be playing Gore, the God Butcher, in Thor: Love and Thunder. Ant-Man and the Wasp has a new title, Quantumania. He did confirm that Jonathan Majors will be playing Kang the Conqueror, as well as Catherine Newton joining the cast as Cassie Lang, Scott Lang's daughter, Ant-Man's daughter. Sad news about Black Panther 2. He did confirm they will not be recasting the role of T'Challa in the next upcoming Black Panther 2 film. And they will be making story amendments as necessary. And the last thing that was announced was Fantastic Four, the movie, is coming from Marvel Studios, and it will be directed by Spider-Man director, or Spider-Man Homecoming and Far From Home director John Watts. So you guys, this is a lot of announcements. These are a lot of things that Kevin Feige has announced are coming, are happening, have been in the works and in the pipeline for quite some time. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like this video, click like. If you really like this video, click subscribe. And if you really, really like this video, click share. Because that is exactly what Scrooge McDuck would want you to do. DuckTales, woo!